Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. Today I'm going to be sharing the flip through of this small album. It is currently not completed, but before I go in there and add the pictures and add the decorations, I wanted to show you kind of like a before and then an after. And this album is a friendship album. It's a project that I thought for Valentine's Day, I just never got around to sharing it with you. So Valentine's Day for us is Día del Amor y de la Amistad, which means Day of Love and Friendship. I've always been really proud that my kids have a genuine friendship. And so I figured, hey, I get to knock out two things. One, I get to use these pictures right here to make a dent out of the ones that I stored in the box, and I get to make them a little friendship album. So that's what we're working on. And again, this is the before, and then I'm going to show you the after once I'm done adding the pictures, decorating, and adding embellishments here and there. For this album, I ended up using the Childhood Tales collection. I honestly don't even have, I threw away the paper that told you what brand made it, but if I find it, I'll link it in the description below. But this collection is basically about childhood, and it's very pretty. The colors are very like soft in my opinion, and these are just the cutouts. But here, look at the paper on this. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful. It just went really well. I honestly do not know who's gonna fight and win the album when I'm no longer here. But what I should have done is made two, one for each kid. But I don't know, that's gonna be up to them. But see, there's like blues and browns and pinks, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful paper. So let me go ahead. This is the one I have on the side just waiting so that I could use it. But here is what I've done so far. So just kind of like with my Christmas album, I picked up a collection. This one had a little bit of cutouts, but I'm still gonna end up creating my own decoration or handmade decoration for the album, if any. But so far I've sewn every single paper, and it's just a soft white, so maybe you don't see it through the camera, but just decorated. And I just want you to know that every single piece of paper has been hand sewn. So I'm gonna do the flip through of what I have, what I still have to finish, and then I'll come back and show you everything done with the pictures and the embellishments included. So this is the introduction page, and I have not figured out what kind of title I'm gonna put in here. And this is the next layout. This one I've already included a little bit shaker pocket, and I just mixed it myself. It's a little bit of white, pink, and blue. Just kind of trying to tie in like both colors, you know, pink and blue for a boy and a girl. So it's not predominantly male, and it's not predominantly female. Like, I didn't want to make it too much of one and too much of the other, just kind of like a balance. So just added that little sequin mix myself, and that's what that looks like. So I know, look how pretty that is. And again, hopefully you could see the sewing part through it. I try to mix the pages as best as I could. So a little bit of, you know, 3x4s, 4x6, 6x8. And these ones like this, they have the image. I don't think I'll be able to sneak a picture, but more so, I chose them because it's supposed to be a childhood, like a memory album. So I wanted to keep these as the decoration, and that's why you see in here this little guy as well. And this was a paper that honestly I just cut, and I know it kind of split him, but that's okay. I don't think it makes like such a big difference. So I figured for these type of pages, I can write like one of their quotes that the kids say, or you know, like a saying that it's common to them, or I could put like a little journaling about childhood memories and being good siblings to each other. So I don't know. So these don't necessarily are going to have a picture. They're just more for decoration, and then I'll add like a sentiment. This one is so gorgeous. Like I want to hoard the rest of my of that paper just so that I could have it. And this one is empty because I have not decided if I wanted to do another shaker, or I thought that maybe I could add like that neutral brown in there and just kind of sew it over the page and seal this. So again, this is, I'm just showing you what I have now, and then I'll come back and show you the after. And this one is so pretty as well. And then here's this one. This one's empty as well. So I'm just figuring out like what to add to it. And this one, and then this is my last one. All right guys, the last part of this video. It's been a few days. I went ahead and finished everything. Well, let's say 99%. But we're gonna go ahead and show you the flip through. I'm sure this video is long enough already. And again, I don't remember what company or one brand made the paper pad. I'm gonna link it in the description below, but I know the name is Childhood. So I decided to label this Growing Together, and actually here I couldn't figure out like a title for this part, so I just put, and I don't know if you can see it, I just put Fraternal Friends Volume 1. And I wanted to use fraternal because I actually Googled this in the dictionary, and fraternal means like brotherly, but it can also be like blood related, like, I don't know, this kind. I found it in the dictionary, and when I read it, it kind of made sense. So it's like belonging to like a fraternal, like guys, I suck at describing it. But then I was like, okay, if I put fraternal friends, it's like blood related friends in my mind. It made sense. I don't know. So that's what I put here. And the reason why I put volume 1 is because I think I am going to do this as they grow up in various stages of their life. I really enjoyed it. And honestly, it helped me get rid of a lot of pictures. So I'm excited. Okay, so the title here is Growing Together. I should have put Growing Up Together, but Growing Together kind of symbolizes the same thing. And then I'm just gonna put it here so that you guys could see. The flip through, I went ahead and journaled a little bit. It says, you didn't get to choose your sibling. Adriana was God's gift to you as you are to her. There has never been, nor will there ever be, anything quite so special as the bond between a sister and a brother. And this is kind of like little pictures of them. I left this shaker kind of empty. I could still go back and add something, but honestly, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. And then here, just added some embellishments. And you guys have seen some of these, just honestly more pictures. These I left empty because I wanted, you guys know I have a fascination with pretty paper. So in some areas, I just wanted the paper to speak for itself and kind of continue to flow through the album. This right here. And I know it's really hard to see my daughter, but she's like right here. She has a yellow shirt, so she kind of blends in with the leaves, but she's in there. And then on this side, I got this idea from Jossie Posie. She's here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. I'll try to link her information in the description box below as well. But I actually got inspired from her because when she creates her albums or her journals or whatever it is that she does, she always hides, like, well, not always, but most of the time she's leaving little notes and messages for her kids for the future. And I thought, wow, what a great idea. So I've been wanting to do that a lot more. And so what I did is when you get this paper collection, and I purchased this last year. I did a haul of it, but I honestly don't remember. I've had it for months, so I don't remember. It's not at the top of my head, but I want to say you either get 3 or 4 of the same sheets. And if you see here, basically what I did is I put the same paper on top of each other, which I don't know why. I mean, you can't even see it, but I just thought it was super cute. I just layered them on top of each other and made a pocket and sewed all the way around. I did a little decorative piece because I should have cut it a little bit longer. And then just fussy cut some flowers from the same collection of a piece of paper. And then just put a little tab that says thoughts. And so I wrote a letter to my kids, something that they could find for the future, you know, and just basically talking about how I love seeing their friendship blossom and how I'm very proud that they actually have a friendship. I know I've said this in all my videos. I really am proud that they are not friends because they have to. They actually enjoy being around each other and just loving how, like, my son is always looking out for her. Like, when she gets in trouble, she's very emotional because she's in that age. He hates it, like hates it. He does not like hearing her or seeing her cry. It really bothers him. And then also, like, the other way, my daughter is always like looking up to him for like guidance and approval. And like when she was learning how to ride a bicycle, her dad and I got kind of not annoyed, but we kind of got like, we can't deal with it because she wasn't listening to us and like our suggestions on how to ride a bike. And it was actually her brother that was like, he basically said, Mom, Dad, like, let me handle this. And so we went to the parking, an empty space here in our neighborhood, and he was the one basically teaching her. And so she's always looking for him, like she looks up to him and things like that. So I really want to encourage them to always have a beautiful friendship as they continue to grow. And so I just wrote a little bit about that, you know, and I've seen it firsthand. Okay, I'm kind of going off track a little bit, but I've seen it and experienced it where a sibling like gets a spouse or a girlfriend, and instead of enhancing and coming to the family to like make it better for everybody and be part of the team, they kind of create a distance between the relationship of, you know, siblings. And so I don't want that for them because I only have them, so they will only have each other when, you know, their dad and I are no longer here. And so I'm a big believer that, and I try to encourage that, that basically when he finds his significant other, they have to be like the best friend and like a sister to Adriana, and vice versa. When Adriana finds the love of her life, they have to come in and like be, you know, like best friends with her brother. And so anyways, that was that was my rant, but that's kind of what I'm encouraging and hopefully doing a good job raising my kids to believe that they should have each other's back regardless. So I just wrote about that in that letter, and just, you know, again, seeing them, how they really do have fun together and they really enjoy the same things. They really are best friends. So again, left a little bit of the paper showing, and I thought this was so cute. I didn't even realize I had put this in this order, but it just worked out the way. So here is a little fair that we took them to when they were little, and look how Adriana's looking at her brother and they're just like smiling. And then years later, I think this was 2019, 2018, this is the state fair, and look, there she is again looking at him, and genuine smiles on their faces. So it just worked out like that. I thought that was super cute, like to see like back then and more current, you know. So just more pictures, and then just used some puffy stickers for a simple brother and sister title on this page. And then just some silly. This one as well. Just added simple decoration, you guys. I did not have to buy anything to put this together. Everything is with stuff that I was already gifted, things that I already had. And so I just love that. I just love that because, again, I have these financial goals in mind and I want to stick to them. And crafting, shopping wise and expenses wise, can get out of control real quick. And so I've been more in a mindset of putting things together with what I already have and being creative. And I just feel like this album did exactly that. Over here, I just put a little note that said, the moment when you and your sister can say one word and crack up. And they're definitely those type of kids. They have their little inside jokes between each other. So here, I was planning to do a little pocket, but I kind of love the simplicity of the paper. I just wish I could hide this staple because I ended up stapling this side. But I was gonna leave it open as a note. I asked Mike if he wanted to write a little note for his kids and then they could find it later, you know. And he was like, yeah. So now the problem is I've been waiting on him to actually take the time to sit down and get it done. So I may convert this into a pocket and just slide the little note in there, or I'm gonna let him write directly on the paper. And then you guys have seen these pictures. These are just extra pictures. Honestly, I'm not hesitant, or I don't get scared of using repetitive pictures in different albums. So you guys have already seen that. And then this I decided to leave alone. At first I was going to put like a quote or a poem, but then I don't have enough puffy stickers. And then I was like, well, I could stamp it, but I'm scared of using an alphabet stamp set because I want it so perfect in the same distance, and I don't know. So I didn't want to bother it. So I just decided to leave it alone. And then this is the last picture, and the last page is just the closing of volume 1. And that is the complete flip through, you guys. I just love the simplicity. Again, this kind of 6x8, I think is my size. I think it's my size because I can knock it out in a few days, and I just love the way that it turned out. I did think that maybe I could punch a hole here and like put a dangly down here, but I decided against it. I'm gonna leave this one as simple and clean looking as it is. So that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. I'm sorry it took so long. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.